Hello, YouTubers slash social media folk. My name is Jeannie, and I live in beautiful, colorful Colorado. So, can you hear how out of breath I am? Yeah, that's why I'm doing this video. Actually, um, so the whole reason I am doing this video actually is I have recently decided to embark on a brand new journey into my life, healthy and getting fit, so I can breathe when I talk. That's kind of a big deal. The second thing is really I just want to be the best version of myself, the healthiest version of myself, and be the mom that my son deserves. So I have decided to make some videos and post them on YouTube, as well as my, I don't know if you call it a blog, but that thing, to hold myself accountable and hopefully keep myself motivated. So I don't know if anybody will ever watch this, but if you do, thank you for the support. That really means a lot. For me this time, I really am trying to turn to myself. So a little bit of back history on me. I'm really jacking this up, aren't I? So hold on, let me start with my blog, Jelly Belly Diaries. Jelly Belly, well, if you've ever seen anybody laugh and they have a belly, it kind of wiggles and moves and it's fun. And so, yeah, that's kind of where the name came from. So, plus my son likes to poke at mine and wiggle it, and it's sad, but hashtag mom life, right? We do all kinds of things to make our kids have fun and smiles. So I did start that blog, but I'm now doing videos to just kind of keep myself on track and watch my progress and stay motivated. And I don't really know why I'm doing this. I guess I think it was Tony Robbins that said, if it scares you, then you should do it. So here I am, putting myself out there and making myself vulnerable. So hopefully, yeah. So scary, but I'm doing it. So with that being said, my journey really started last week, which was the last Sunday. So I think that was, I don't know, I'm terrible with dates. Sorry, looking it up. And so that was the 26th. So on September 26th, I did my first weigh-in. I also did my meal prep. Last week I was 220 pounds. So for those of you who don't want to hang around and listen to me ramble, I don't blame you. My official weigh-in this week was 214 pounds, bringing my total weight loss to 6 pounds my first week. So yay, that's awesome. That's not at all what I was going for. My goal is 2 pounds a week. Anything above that, that's awesome. But trust me, I'm not like starving myself or anything to get that number. That was just, I think, my first week after, just doing it. So I'll talk a little bit about what I did to lose that weight. But first, a little history on me. So, my journey really started a few years back. We came on vacation here in Colorado. We went to this beautiful place up by Aspen called Maroon Bells. Yeah. So we did a little hiking up there. We met some friends. They were super fit and healthy, and they took us on some hikes. What ended up happening was I couldn't keep up. I was out of breath. Ironically, I didn't even own tennis shoes. Yeah, I hiked in my work clothes. So try crossing a log, across a river, in heels. That's so sad, yeah. Anyways, but I did it. It was embarrassing, I know. And then we went on a hike around Maroon Bells. It was just me and my husband at that point. And what ended up happening was we saw a sign after we did the little circle around the lake. And it said Crater Lake this way. And so we're like, hey, yeah, that was easy, right? Oh man, we had no idea what we were doing. We ended up, keep in mind at this time, I was 239 pounds, and I also was a smoker. Not good. So it's like an incline all the way up to this lake that's like on top of a mountain, and it is beautiful, But if you don't know what you're doing and you have no idea how far it is, yeah, that was crazy. It was like, I don't even know now. The whole day ended up taking us like 5 hours. We had no water. We didn't take a backpack. Remember, we were just tourists, like doing a little sightseeing, and it turned into this crazy hike. But it was actually that hike that opened my eyes. We ended up going back home to Texas, and I quit smoking. That was super hard. That was crazy hard. That one of the hardest things I ever have done. I used to like beg people in parking lots for cigarettes. Ugh, so sad. I know. But I did it, and it took a lot of work. And what I found was it was just a routine for me. And so I started changing habits for smoking, and before I knew it, I quit. And yeah, so and some days it's been, God, I think it's been like 5 or 6 years since I quit smoking, and I will never go back. So um, yeah, but at that same time when I quit smoking, I also started, turning to healthy lifestyle living, like eating right and walking. I'm not a big exercise person. Yeah, so I just started walking around the neighborhood and going to a local park, and before I knew it, the pounds were just coming off. And my friend, Julie, who is amazing, by the way, she's a chef. She was making like healthy recipes, and she lost a lot of weight too. She's actually maintained all that weight loss, but she started giving me recipes, and the weight loss just kind of started coming off really, really, really easy. But then life happened, and alcohol happened. And I remember watching MMA fights and drinking and thinking that I could be a kickboxer, and that resulted in a fractured tailbone. So, yeah, that meant no more walking. It was awful. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. My advice. You are not a kickboxer. So, anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm ridiculous. I know. What ended up happening from there was, yeah, I stopped exercising, but then shortly after I ended up getting pregnant, which is awesome. So don't let people tell you that you can never have babies, because I am living proof that you can. So, yeah, I ended up getting pregnant after 14 years of being with my husband and being told I couldn't have children. And I actually lost when I was 23. I had surgery and ended up having a tumor removed, and it cost me my fallopian tube and my ovary on my left side, and it did extensive damage to the right side. So I was told I would never be able to have kids, and I made lifestyle changes. I quit smoking. I lost, like, what is that? I don't even know, 59 pounds. And because I ended up dropping down to 180 at my lowest. And so 59 pounds later, I got pregnant. And which is awesome. The most incredible little baby boy ever. And so he's now going to be 2 years old. And so, yeah, that's kind of where I am today. We ended up moving to Colorado 1 year ago. We decided that healthy lifestyle. I'm sorry, did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. Yeah. Anyway, so fractured tailbone, got pregnant at the end of my pregnancy. I actually ate super clean throughout my whole pregnancy. And then once I had my son, I breastfed, and the weight still came off with breastfeeding. If you mommies out there know, that helps a lot with losing that baby weight. But right after I quit breastfeeding, I tried pizza, and it went down from there. It was just a spiral of unhealthy yumminess. And so, yeah, terrible decision. But, I ended up gaining back a lot of weight, to the point where I'm like 19 pounds shy. So I gained back 40 of the 50, like almost 60 pounds I lost. Yeah, not good. And I know the whole, you had a baby and you had a big baby. And no, that's not an excuse. So it is a lot harder to get off now. I will say that. But it's because of my poor eating habits is why I gained that weight back. So just being honest. But now I've made the decision to change, and that has a lot to do with a lot of the events that's happened recently. So we did move to Colorado. 1 year ago. Sorry, waiting on my plumber to show up. We moved to Colorado a year ago, and we moved up here because we love the culture. We love the lifestyle. I loved how healthy lifestyle living is promoted. People are super active. And so that was that was our goals in life. And so we went for it, and here we are. But what I didn't realize is I would actually be homesick and I would struggle. So I did battle depression, and, I had my bad days, but I turned to food a lot. And so that's where, and I think since we moved here, I've gained 20 pounds in a year. I don't know if that's crazy bad. I don't know if that's good. I don't know. That's terrible to me. And it's really not an excuse, but that's what I did. And I turned to food. And so with that, in the last couple weeks, what's ended up happening is because, well, it's not just because I'm unhealthy, but I ended up getting a really bad infection in my ear. And what happened from there was I got put in the hospital, and they were having a really hard time trying to fight the infection. It kept spreading. It came out here. They drew on my face to measure it. They actually admitted me in the hospital, had IVs in me, and the infection continued to spread. And, if it could have got to my brain, it could have killed me. And that's a scary thought. I have a 2-year-old. And so it was hard enough staying in the hospital. Yeah, let alone, getting all teary-eyed. I'm going to suck at this. But I don't want to lose my son or leave my son behind. So, they also struggled with my blood pressure while I was there. It kept skyrocketing. I think the highest it got was 189 over 105, which I've never had a problem with my blood pressure before. And so it's just crazy to me that the whole reason we fell in love with Colorado was, of course, it's beautiful, but it was the healthy living and the lifestyles up here. And yet here I am, probably one of the sickest points in my life. And so I don't want to be back to where I was. I want to be happy and healthy, and I want my son to have his mommy. I don't want to get out of breath crossing a parking lot or climbing up stairs. And, I want to be able to run alongside my son when he rides his first bike. And right now I don't think I could do that. So, yeah. It's time to change, and it's time to get my health back. And unfortunately, it did take something serious to scare me, but I am working on it. And so now I'm decided to make videos online. That's a scary thing for me. Up until about a year ago, I wasn't even on Facebook. So being on social media now, making videos, but something's got to change. And, I know before, one of the biggest things that kept me going was watching people around me, support me and me inspire them. And that was a huge motivator for me. And I ended up turning into my passion. And so before I fractured my tailbone, so I definitely want to get back into it. And now I live in the mountain town way up the hill. So I don't really have access to the things I had access before. And I certainly don't have friends here yet. Hopefully I'll start making a lot of friends here soon. But yeah, it's time to change. And so here I am putting myself out there. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you will support me and I can support you. So I don't know how far I'm going to take this. Hopefully I will actually be brave enough to post this on YouTube and actually tell people that I did. Kind of like my blog that I didn't tell people about for months. So here I am putting myself out there, and I, wish you guys the best on your journey, and hopefully I don't know where I'm going with this, but hopefully I can figure out how to edit videos. That would be a good thing. So if you have tips on that, let this girl know. But yeah, so we'll see you around, and much love. And I will do another video next week after my next week weigh-in. Much love. Bye.